Many of you have asked for more videos on passive income and semi-passive income sources. So today I thought that I would show you exactly what I do to make about $400 per day in mostly passive income from all of my side hustles, and how I plan to double this within the next year. Plus, how you can do the same. All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Steven Carlson Show. I'm Steven Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, paramedic, and this time both Bonnie and Clyde are down here with me. Now, please stay to the very end of this video for some quick information on how I can help market your business and expand it. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to today's video. In calculating my income, I wanted to keep my primary salary and profits from my tech company separate. I did this because that's more of my day job and it's not a side hustle. Adding that income would of course have made the number much larger and would have sounded really cool in the video title, but it would have been dishonest. So I decided only to add up the numbers that are from true side hustles. Things that I put less than 10 hours per week collectively. Now, one additional note before I get to the numbers. I also excluded dividend income on any stocks that are held in my IRAs, as those are retirement accounts and I can't touch that money for another 20 or more years. So once again, adding those numbers would have made the number much larger, but it would have been dishonest to the whole side hustle and cash in my hands today idea that I had for this video. Now that we've set all the ground rules, let's get started. This list is in no particular order. The first item on my list is passive income source from my book sales. As you guys may know, hey, there's a book right behind me, I've written a number of books. And I'm far from a New York Times best-selling author, but I still make a decent income stream. Looking at my Amazon statistics for the past 12 months, I have made $11,741.87. Taking this and dividing it by 12, I get an average income of $978.48 per month, or about $32.61 per day. Now, of course, while this is entirely passive now, it did take a lot of time in the beginning to research, write, proofread, and produce the books. Once completed, I put zero energy into this because Amazon does all the work for me. They sell the books, they print the books, they ship the books, and they give me money each month. Now, they do hold on to the money for about 90 days. So if somebody purchased a book today, I would see that money somewhere in the end of December. They do this because in case somebody returns the book, if there's problems, etc. Now, I cover all of how Amazon does all this in a previous video. Search YouTube for Steven Carlson Amazon Publishing and you'll get a list of those videos. Number 2 on the list. I also make income from Google AdSense. That's the revenue that YouTube pays me for when people like you watch these videos and watch the ads. Now, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you the exact amount that YouTube pays, but let's just say it's averaging about $1,500 per month. And this averages out to about $50 per day. Now, obviously, there are channels like Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, etc. that make more than 10 times this per day. But hey, it's not bad for a channel of my size. Number 3 on the list, and this is a bit of a follow-up to the previous item. Occasionally, you may notice that I will say in a video, this video is sponsored by XYZ company. In those cases, that company has paid me a flat fee to mention them in the ad. These fees vary per company, and by contract, I am not allowed to tell you exactly what each is paying. But I will say that I'm averaging about $2,500 per month collectively from those. And that comes out to about $83 per day. I did include affiliate link income, so if you sign up with Webull and you get free stocks, I get free stocks as well. So I kind of added that all into one collective thing for sponsors. Now, I can honestly say that everyone in the audience right now, you can start a channel as well. Pick a subject you're passionate about. Sit down somewhere quiet in your house and record. Your first few videos will suck. Trust me. My first dozen videos were horrible. The next dozen, okay. Now a year later, I still consider myself getting started and learning the ropes of this whole YouTube thing. It takes time, but the key is to make videos every single week continuously. I've only missed videos on 2 separate occasions. Once last year when I caught COVID and was sick in bed for 2 weeks, and the second is when I was moving from Virginia down here to Florida. Aside from that, I never miss a week and I get at least 1 video out per week, usually 2 or 3. Number 4, moving to my real estate rental units for a moment here. I have covered this all in previous videos where back in the early 2000s, I managed hundreds of foreclosure flips back during the heyday of foreclosures. And I started off as an assistant for another investor and kind of worked my way up to making my own deals. Then, thankfully, when the 2008 crisis started, I had already started focusing more on my tech startup, so I saved myself all of that headache. Now, I still continue to buy properties, but instead of fixing and flipping, I purchase and hold. And I do this completely on the side when I have a little spare time. And of course, since I don't want this to be my day job, I hire property managers to handle the properties for me. Right now, I have just under 20 units that I rent out across 3 separate states. And that's something I would not recommend that you do. I fully agree with Meet Kevin's suggestion that you only invest within a 30-minute drive of your house. The reason why I'm in 3 states is 1, it was the state I was living in, 2, it was the state I thought I was going to move to, and 3, it was a state I ended up moving to. It would be almost impossible for me to manage my properties in these different states without a property manager in that area. They handle all the work and send me a direct deposit each month. In fact, as I was writing the script for this video, a receipt came in from the property manager that handles my Anchorage, Alaska properties. This receipt shows $6,952.58 came in from those properties, and that was rent for this month. He has already subtracted most of the daily upkeep expenses of those units. The only thing that I still need to pay for is the mortgages on those buildings. Collectively across all of my units, I collect $12,750 per month in rent. After subtracting my mortgage, maintenance, management, etc., all the fees, I'm left with approximately $6,025 on average, and that comes out to about $200 per day. Now, on a side note, if you want to see how I made an extra $20,000 using a little-known financing secret when I purchased one of these properties, check out the video down below. In that video, it also covers how to get started on finding your first investment property. Now, the last source of passive income is from dividend stocks. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I did not include dividend income from stocks that are held in my IRAs, as those are retirement accounts, and if I take any money out of them now, I will be hit with massive tax penalties. So I only added up the holdings that I have in my actual brokerage accounts at my local bank, plus the M1 Finance Pies, Webull, Wealthfront, etc. I cover those all in other videos, but those brokerage accounts as well. So year to date, I've received $8,569.65 in dividend income on these accounts, which averages to about $1,071.20, starting from January to August of this year. And that comes out to about $35.70 per day. Now, personally, I hate dividend stocks in my main brokerage accounts because they are taxed at a much higher rate. So I do not purposefully put stocks in there that have dividends. I use those accounts to buy companies that I believe in for the long term, and if they happen to pay a dividend, it's just a bonus. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, I purchase them for the long-term investment, not the dividends that they actually pay. Then in my IRAs, I load those bad boys up with dividends. Why? Because those are tax-advantaged accounts, and they do not have the same tax ramifications. Simply put, I put dividend income in retirement accounts, and I put regular stocks that do not pay or don't purposefully pay dividend in my regular brokerage accounts. I have multiple videos on IRAs, so just search YouTube for Steven Carlson Show IRA and a whole list of videos will show for you. Now, when you add all these daily averages up, that's $32.61, $50.73, $83.33, $200.83, and $35.70, you come up with about $400 per day. Or precisely, $403.20 if you don't round all the cents. At the beginning of this video, I said I wanted to double this income within a year. To do this, I'm working on better and more engaging videos for this channel, so I hope you really like it. And as the subscriber count and the view count continues to increase, additional ad revenue will be generated. Additionally, I'm working on 2 new books that'll be coming out later next year. The first is about emergency medicine, teaching ground ambulance EMTs and paramedics how to think like a flight medic from an emergency medevac helicopter. The second is a book on historical lessons of small business owners and how these lessons from the past can help today's entrepreneurs survive and even thrive in a post-pandemic world. This book is part of my Open for Business awareness campaign, where myself and a team of other amazing entrepreneurs will fly in a helicopter to all of the lower 48 states, interviewing small business owners just like you, both for the book and for this YouTube channel. There are still a few spots left if you want us to fly and land the helicopter at your office for a quick media appearance and photo shoot. I've said this multiple times before, but trust me, local TV and news stations love filming helicopters landing at events. Even if landing at your location is not exactly a possibility due to whatever logistics, we can still hand out some of your marketing material to all the businesses that we visit nationwide. Jump over to the website, www.open4.business, and register your business today. Now, what do you think about this video? What should I cover in future videos? Why don't you let me know? Also, what sources of passive or semi-passive income do you have? Comment down below and share with everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it, as do Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde's still down here. Bonnie walked out. You may have heard her nails on the floor when she left. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.